And welcome to 520 Sports Talk. I'm Bill McCullough, and we have a great show tonight. We scheduled this about a month ago, and we're really excited to have the Tuffgurlz Bmx team on our show. If you watched our other BMX show a month and a half ago, you know it's a growing sport. It's an Olympic sport. We're going to go over all that, and we're just going to have a great time. This is a neat sport because it's for everybody. It's for boys, it's for girls, it's for men, it's for women. Doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or 85 years old. If you want to get out on a bike and have fun, this is a sport you need to check out. So buckle up, hang on. We're going to have a great show tonight. Let's go over some sponsors first before we get started. Dynamic Comfort Air Conditioning and Heating, where your comfort is our only concern. Give them a call at 520-323-0008. Frog and Firkin, located in the middle of University Main Gate Square, voted the best pizza, the best outside dining, and the best family-owned restaurant in Tucson by the Arizona Daily Star. Nice thing about Frog and Firkin, they host our show. They're our lead sponsor. They also have karaoke on Wednesday. They have live music occasionally. But the neat thing is they have sports 7 days, 7 nights a week. And it's a great place to go hang out. Right down by the main gate of the University of Arizona. Definitely check it out because you will not be disappointed. They've got great food. Bianchi's Italian Restaurant, 2 locations to serve you. The original location at Speedway and Silverbell by Pima College West Campus, and our show location up in Marana at Tangerine and Thornydale, where we do the Oro Valley and Marana schools. Been in business since 1977, so they're definitely doing something right there. Go check them out. Johnny Gibson's Downtown Market. We were out there last night with Highwire Lounge in the patio for our show Under the Stars. Great show, great turnout. 68 people turned out for the 11U Tucson Youth Football Raiders, and we're going to be covering the Raiders and the Cardinals down in Rio Rico at 10 a.m. This Saturday, so make sure you tune into the 520 Sports Talk page. We will be going live with some video clips and giving you updates on the game. So thank you once again, Tucson Youth Football Raiders. You guys did really well. Arizona Native Landscaping, design, installation, and maintenance. Go to ArizonaNativeLandscaping.com or check them out on their Facebook page at Arizona Native Landscaping. And, of course, we are here at High Five Sports Grill at the corner of Orange Grove and Thornydale in the Big Sam Levitt's Center, if you want to call it. This place is great. They got great food. I like the bacon-wrapped shrimp. I don't know if you guys tried it, but I'm a San Diegan, so I it's just really good food. Huge burgers, huge sandwiches, a lot of craft beer selections, a lot of drink selections for the kids. So definitely check it out. Once again, they have sports all day, all night here, too. And this is a Cleveland Brown NFL hangout on Sunday. So if you're a Browns fan and you live up in the north part of Tucson, this is a place you definitely want to be. We want to thank Catherine Whaley for allowing us to do the show here. So we'll get to the rest of our sponsors a little bit later in the show. Hi, guys. How you doing? Oh, hi, young lady. All right, so we're going to start. We'll start with you, sir. Give us your name and what role you play in the organization. We'll go down the line, and then we'll start checking out the organization.
You bet. My name's Scott, and I'm the team manager for the local squad of Tuffguyz, Tuffgurlz.
And who are you?
I'm Haley.
And you're the boss?
No.
I think you might be the boss.
I'm Alexander Thomas. I go by the A-Bomb. I'm the team lead for the Tuffguyz, Tuffgurlz Foundation here in Tucson, Arizona.
I'm Jesse. I'm the, second leader for the Tuffguyz, Tuffgurlz team here in Tucson.
All right, great. So let me. She sent me a text that she wanted to ring. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of the background of this organization. Tuffgurlz was started in 2014 by Debbie Calso, a former BMX racer, first ever national #1 girl in the ABA and USBA sanction and Hall of Fame inductee. So this is definitely, with Debbie starting it, you know it's definitely going in the right direction. All the girls in the Tuffgurlz team was created with the vision to provide a place for girls to call their own in a male-dominated sport. Given that there was nothing like this back in Debbie's era of BMX, so it was important for her to give back in this way to the sport that she loves, starting with just a handful of girls on the West Coast The team quickly grew to over 100 riders internationally with teams in Australia, Canada, and across the United States. The team focuses on good sportsmanship, mentoring, and giving back. We teach all of our riders how to set goals and face fears. The older riders are dedicated in the importance of support and guidance to our younger riders. We have a great family atmosphere, and we're always looking for more riders to add to the growing tribe. As the years went on, the men in Tuffgurlz family expressed an interest in joining their daughters, mothers, sisters, and cousins in this awesome team, so we created the Tuffguyz team so the families could share the experience. Although our vision is focusing on the girls, we welcome the boys with open arms, creating an amazing family atmosphere. Integrating the boys into the program has helped the girls become more aggressive and learn skills from a wider perspective. In addition to the teams, we built a nonprofit organization called Tuffgurlz Foundation, which provides mentoring to the girls in all sports, as well as providing donated equipment to the BMX racers in need. We call it Support the Sport, which was originally created by the Solid Foundation sponsorship out of San Diego, California, my hometown, to provide this donated equipment via equipment grants filled out by the athletes in need. And once the grant is filled, we make a formal presentation to the rider to make them feel special. As we continue to build our vision, it is our hope to be able to put on events such as local fairs to promote the girls. So this is a really, really good organization. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, this sport's for everybody. Doesn't matter if you're boys, girls, man, woman, old, young, whatever. There's not a lot of sports that can say that. I mean, you don't see guys participating in girls' sports. You don't see girls participating in guys' sports for the most part. So, tell us a little bit about the integration of both genders. Boys and girls, men and women.
Well, what we try to do is mix up the squad so that all of the young riders, male or female, have a mentor with them. Haley here, we call her the Comet. And you'll meet her female mentor in the next segment.
Okay.
Right now, Xander, the team lead, he helps all of the kids. He's taken quite a shine to Haley here because she's got a lot of potential. She
looks like an Olympian.
Yeah. Well, we call her the Comet for a good reason.
I bet.
She really goes. So that's our goal, and we want all the kids to feel like they can come to any one of the adult mentors with any problem, whether it be BMX or any related.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Now, where do you guys? I mean, obviously you don't race at the same place all the time. You go around Tucson, you go around Arizona, or the country, even the world. Regionally here, where do you guys race?
Mainly, our home track is Sports Park.
Okay.
That's run by Julie and Kirk Vaughn.
Sure.
We also go to the East Side track, Sunset.
Okay, I've been by there. I haven't been at the track, but I've been driven by there.
Right.
It's over by the East Campus.
They've got a great program. That's run by Andy Erickson and his wife. We also go to Chandler, Black Mountain, Goodyear. Some of the adult national riders go as far as California, Oklahoma. We make quite the trip.
Now, this sport is growing like crazy in popularity. It's probably one of the fastest growing sports of any sport. I want to ask you, how long have you been in it, and how much have you improved from when you started to where you are now?
I would say about six years. I started when I was 15. I mean, I started on say crappy bike. I wouldn't say. I mean, it doesn't make a bike for a person. I don't know how you would put it. It's just
the rider makes the racer, not the bike.
The rider makes the racer, not the bike.
There we go.
I mean, at 15, I was going for a rough time.
Sure. And as you get better, obviously your equipment improves.
As you get better, the equipment improves. It's
kind of like when you buy your first car at 16 and then you buy your car at 35 or 40. It's a lot nicer car,
Sure.
So I can appreciate that. Let me ask you this. Obviously, you're very involved in the sport. I like the fact what I read about giving back to the community, allowing kids that maybe don't have a lot of money to spend on equipment to be able to still participate in the sport. There's not a lot of sports that do that. The only other sport that I can think of that come to mind is club softball. We have several of our club teams that will donate equipment or give a chance for kids that maybe come from parts of town that don't have a lot of money to be able to play the sport. Because at the end of the day, you want the kids involved, and it doesn't matter if you're a football player, basketball player, BMX rider. The main thing is to have fun. I mean, if you're not having fun, you're in the wrong sport. So
definitely, fun is what we strive for. This sport gives you back exactly what you put into it, and unlike team sports such as Pop Warner or Bobby Sox
sure.
or something like that, it's team dependent. Even though we're a team, it's not each individual will win or lose based on their own input.
Okay.
So they're not relying upon the team to have success. It's an individual thing.
So each rider rides individually against people on other teams, or is it, say, for instance, is there two or three people in one race that are on the same team?
Yes.
Kind of like auto racing would be?
Absolutely.
Okay. So on strategy-wise, do you kind of, send the rabbit out and the slower person stays back to try to,
No, sir. It's they're competing against each other, and the intent is to win.
Okay.
Unlike like NASCAR, where they'll actually send out a blocker
right.
or something like that.
That's what I was getting at.
Knowing that one guy's going to be faster than the other.
Sure.
They want everybody to win.
They want everybody on a level playing field.
Absolutely.
That's a great point.
On the subject here, it's we have a term that says pedal like it's the main event. Every moto, it's pedal like it's main event.
Okay.
It's
all right. So how do you like racing?
It's fun. It's harder than any sport I ever done.
I bet. What other sports have you tried?
I'm all done with soccer and swimming, and this is my only sport that I'm doing now.
So obviously, if they call you the Comet, you got to be pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the most fun thing about being a BMX rider?
Of having fun and being with my teammates.
All right, that's a good answer. That's a great answer. Okay, so how can kids, adults, teenagers, how can everybody get involved in this sport? Because we definitely want to promote the sport. We want kids to get out of the bedroom with their thumbs and and Madden football and this and that and exercise. I mean, one of the big things about the youth of today is they find that there's a lot of youth obesity because of the kids. They don't play outside like we did when we were that age. They're stuck in their bedrooms playing on their Xboxes or something like that instead of going down to the park and throwing a ball or riding the bike or checking out. So how can people get involved?
Well, go ahead, Avon.
Well, how they can get involved is you have to have a bicycle, of course. It doesn't have
Sure.
to be a BMX bicycle per se. You can come out there on your mountain bike or
Sure.
your freestyle bike. Come out to Sports Park, for instance.
I've been out there. It's a really cool track.
You get one night free and one free race, or one free race and one free practice. And if you like it, if you don't like it, it's $60 for a membership. You get 1 year membership. You get a subscription to Pool Magazine. I mean, you bring your kid out here, you're guaranteed to love it. I haven't met one kid that hasn't loved it. Or
when I went out to Sports Park, there's smiles on everybody's faces, young, old, even the parents or the people in the stands watching their kids or watching their friends or something. Everybody was having a good time. You don't see that in other sports. I mean, you see dads, moms, aunts, uncles, they're yelling at the refs, they're yelling at the referees and stuff like that. It's not, it's not the atmosphere that I saw when I went out to Sports Park, where everybody's just having fun. The people are great. They're nice. They'll answer any questions you may have. So it's just, it's all upside. There's no downside.
This is more when we say it's a family-oriented sport. Even though locally we compete against other teams, when we're away from home,
like top of my head's cut off. You need to put some air between me. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Anyway, we even though we're far away from home, we have a family of 3,500 people. So they call, by the way, they call Tucson the loudest city in BMX.
Oh, okay.
And the reason for that is we root for every Tucson team, even the ones who are competing against us. When we're at a national event or a state event, We cheer on the other teams. They cheer us on.
That's good.
And
That's good.
I've yet to be in an out of state event where the announcer didn't say, "Hey Tucson, where are you at?" And one side of the entire stadium erupts. It's awesome. It's awesome. Getting into the sport, you immediately become a member of a family of 3,500 people.
Okay, that's quite a number. A lot of sports aren't like that. The only other sport I see that we've had on the show that, you know, the guys and the ladies, after the game is over, they go and they'll have a beer together or they'll go out and eat together is rugby. You don't see that with football players. You don't see it with basketball players. It's like one team wins, one team loses, and you don't really talk to the other team. It's like you're either happy or you're sad, depending on what side of the game you are. So that's a great point that you bring. You know, that everybody, after it's all said and done, gets along.
Absolutely.
All right, great. All right, so do you have a Facebook page, a website that they can get involved with Tough Guys, Tough Girls?
Yeah, you can go right. You can type in Tuffgurlz Foundation. Tuffgurlz Foundation will pop up. It'll lead you to several of the teams.
And that's on Facebook, or
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so go to Facebook, Tuffgurlz GURLZ. To get your daughter involved. You also can get your son involved with the Tough Guys. If you're feeling like you want to do it too, it doesn't matter. I mean, age. I don't think there's an age restriction on this at all.
The oldest BMX rider in the United States is 83 years old.
I think I heard that on when we had the show up at Bianchi's. That's incredible.
Some of the fastest guys are in their 50s and 60s.
Man, you can't beat that, man. Well, maybe I should go check
There's
it out.
not many 50 or 60-year-old NFL players.
No,
or ball
not at
players
all.
Out there.
Or any type of athletes. All right. Thanks for laying the foundation. I guess we'll get the other riders up here and we'll take it from there. We'll build the house. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so who else is coming up here?
I'll bring them up for you.
Okay. All right, so while we're changing up real quick, let's get back to our sponsors. Yeah, you did a great job, Comet. Are you coming back? Are you going to come back and so we can talk to you? Okay, all right. Catalina Auto Recycling, why buy new when used will do. I was actually there today checking out something, just, a little clip or something to just kind of, we broke off underneath my spoiler and stuff, but they have everything from engines to, they've used tires. They even have cars for sale there, but they also have parts, and if they don't have the parts, they can order it and order a brand new part for you, or they can check around to the other recycling places nationwide and get it to you within 2 or 3 days. So definitely check them out at CatalinaAutoRecycling.com. Arizona Lending Specialist. Contact Mo, the mortgage lady, at 520-510-6698 for the lowest rates in town. Mo also does our calligraphy for our spotlight players of the game, for our Friday night football teams. Speaking of that, this Friday we're going to be out in the town of Vail at Empire High School for the Buena Colts coming up from Sierra Vista, facing the Empire Ravens. That's going to be our spotlight game of the week. Join David Adams and myself out there. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great game, and we want to definitely have you check it out. During the game, follow us on Twitter at 520sportstalk.com. Pearson Sturdivant, some of my other staff members will be tweeting all the happenings of the games, the big plays, the interceptions, the scores. So definitely follow us there. Jim Miller State Farm, located at Coach Line and Silverbell, up in Continental Ranch, just on the other side of the 10 from where we are. He's your one-stop shop for life, auto, home, renters insurance. Look for the red VW outside of his office and go inside and bug him for a quote. Teller Trophy was there yesterday ordering a plaque for Dario Marchica, the quarterback of the Palo Verde Titans, who threw 7 touchdowns a couple Fridays ago, setting a school record for Palo Verde, which is impressive, seeing how Palo Verde has won 2 state championships, and actually they're the last Tucson team to win a state championship in football. So we're definitely going to present him with the plaque when it comes in about a week. So check out Teller Trophy, Tucson's original trophy company. 2 locations, 6th Avenue and 6th Street, and the 5700 block of East 22nd Street. First Heritage Realty, the A to B team with Brittany Palma. Looking for a house, condo, townhouse, or just land? Give her a call at 520-270-7958 or go to the A to B team, and that's A at the number 2, the letter B, team.com. And you can definitely check out what's on their listing. Remember, we want you to move the healthy way. All right, we'll get to the rest of the sponsors in a little while. Hey, wow, how's everybody doing? You excited to be on the show? Yeah. You're not nervous, are you? Yeah. A little bit? I don't want to make you nervous, but the whole nation can see you. All right, so we'll start with you. We'll go down this way. Give me your name, where you go to school, and tell me a little bit about your BMX career.
All right, so I'm Timothy Meeks. I go to La Cima Middle School. I'm 13 years old, and I race for Tuffguyz, and I am 7-time state champion.
Atta boy, I'm in hallowed ground here. I'm only 1-time state champion, so I am impressed.
I do also play football.
Atta boy.
So,
who do you play for?
I'm playing at La Cima right now.
Okay, cool.
But I'm going to Catalina Foothills next year to play.
Oh, Catfoot's a great football school. Yeah. All right, Tiger.
Hi, my name's Brody Marsh. I go to Harrelson Elementary School. I'm 9 years old. I race for Tuffguyz. I started racing when I was 5.
That's great. There's not
And
a lot
I
of sports you
play
can start at
soccer.
5. So did you play soccer? It's good to play different sports. Good job.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and I'm 28 years old, and I race for Tuffgurlz, and I've been racing since I was 5, and I go to Pima College.
Okay, great. We love our Aztecs. All right, thank you.
I'm Anthony, and I go to FCA down on Orange Grove, and I've been racing since I was 8, and I race for Tuffguyz, and that's it.
All right, good deal.
My name is Janella Arietta. I am the store manager at Oro Valley Bicycle here in Tucson, Arizona, over at Ina and Shannon. We're a huge supporter of all of the BMX racing community that's here in town. We love to take care of these guys any way we can and just provide all the service we can, discounts and parts and accessories, all that jazz.
No, that's great, and we're really, really happy to have you. We'll talk after the show. Maybe we can get you on for 520 because we'd like to have a BMX show every month. And if we can have it up here, or if we have other show locations, if we want to go out east or down south or something like that. But I like this sport enough, and as the owner of 520 Sports Talk, I want to have a dedicated BMX show, seeing how this is an Olympic sport every single month. Would you guys like that? Be on this show every month? Wouldn't that be cool? Because you guys are racing all the time, so I want to hear who wins, how you're doing, who's moving up, who's going to nationals, who's all that kind of stuff. So that's cool, brother, right here. All right, so this is kind of geared towards the littler guys, okay? I bring this up. It doesn't matter what sport you're in. If you're a football player, BMX rider, basketball, baseball, there's something a little bit more important than sports, and you know what I'm talking about? It's grades in school. Exactly. Great answer, okay? Because grades in school are going to help you get the cool job that you're going to have as an adult so you can buy your BMX stuff, right? Am I right? Okay. So it's always important to get good grades in school, all right? Everybody agree with that? Yeah. All right. Doesn't matter if you're in elementary, middle, high school, college, grades are where it's at because...
I have one more thing to add. I have one more win in Trim Expert.
All right, good deal. Okay, so let me ask you this. What's the most exciting thing you've ever done in BMX, whether it's win a national race or whatever? We'll start with you and go down this way.
I went to Worlds in 2017 in South Carolina, and I got 21st on Cruiser.
That's great.
And then I got 36th on class. But
okay.
I didn't make it to mains. But
that's okay though. That's a great experience for a kid. what did you get out of that? What did you draw from that experience?
It just taught me that like you really need to like live your life your best.
Sure.
And, like, if you don't go for it and you don't like commit it to it all the way, then you're gonna regret it later.
Okay, that's a good point.
Always go for something that you believe in.
Good answer. All right, what about you? What's the neatest thing that's ever happened to you in BMX racing?
One time in Grands on a concrete turn, a kid came over on the turn coming down, hit my front tire, and my face went wham into the concrete.
Oh, that didn't feel too good.
Nope.
But you got up and finished the race?
No, there was a big bloody knot on my head.
Okay, but you got better though.
Yeah.
You're a strikingly handsome guy. You're probably ready for the Hollywood, after your career's over, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I got to hear this.
The most exciting thing that's happened to me is I won back-to-back state champions.
Cool. Here in Arizona?
Here in Arizona.
All right.
And nationals.
Oh, great. Now, what did you draw from that experience?
Hard work pays off.
Great point. Great point. And you
train and
that's
train.
a lesson for anybody. What doesn't matter if you're in sports or just your job. So
You just train and train every day, and your hard work pays off.
that's a great point. All right, Hotshot, what do you got for me?
The most exciting thing, I placed first in the Gold Cup race.
That's cool.
Yeah. And third in a national.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the Olympic Games. I'm from California. I like that the Olympic Games are starting to get some of the X Games sports into the Olympics and stuff. In the Winter Olympics with the snowboarding and stuff like that. Now in the Summer Games, the BMX, the surfing. And being from California, you grow up with either a volleyball in your hand or a surfboard, and then the other hand is an In-N-Out burger. So tell me what's your dream about BMX racing? Do you want to go to the Olympics, or what's the ultimate goal for you? We'll start with you.
It's probably to go to the Olympics.
That would be so cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And maybe get like fourth or third or second.
Sure, get a medal, huh?
Maybe first.
The nice thing about that is you're not only representing your team, your city, your state, but you're representing your whole country. That's the nice thing about the Olympics.
I would love to go there to the Olympics. That's actually on one of my goals for BMX.
I would love to see you in the Olympics. I'm like, I had her on my show.
It's always been a dream for me, and even going to Worlds.
Exactly. Now, let me ask you this, as one of the older riders, is the Olympics is every 4 years, just like the World Cup or, the Winter Games or something like that. But is there a World Championship competition every single year, like on non-Olympic years?
The Worlds are coming in 2020.
Okay.
And they're going to be held in Texas.
Oh, okay.
And one of my goals for this year is to make it into the Worlds.
Okay, so what do you have to do to qualify to be in the World Championship?
You have to, if I'm right about this, you have to go to so many nationals and compete and actually place in the nationals.
Okay, all right. And there's people in Tucson that have done that, right?
Yeah, one of them is Delaney Vaughn.
Delaney Vaughn, we had her on the other show. She's a great athlete.
She went to Worlds.
Uh-huh.
She's actually competing in Rock Hill this weekend in South Carolina.
Yeah, I saw her race. She's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. I've known her since she was a baby.
Oh, okay. All right. And then we had one of the guys that was on the Olympic team, I think. Corbin, yeah.
Yeah.
And great guy, great ambassador for the sport.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's a great goal. I mean, not everybody, like I was a football player. There's no football in the Olympics. I mean, to be an Olympic competitor, whether you win or not, you're still there representing your country. That's got to be one of the greatest feelings in the world, I would imagine.
Yep.
All right.
My goal is to go to the Olympics and do my first backflip on a bike.
All right, that's a good goal. And what do you have to do to get there?
Practice, train,
Eat right.
yeah,
Go to
and
get
do
enough sleep.
a lot of nationals.
Okay. Yeah, compete in a lot of races so you qualify. That's a great answer. All right, football guy.
So I'm trying to pursue football.
Okay.
Go to the NFL, and I'm still gonna be racing and stuff like that. It's just not gonna be like forcefully and like.
Sure.
I'm just gonna do it like on my own time if I want to go hang out at the track and stuff. And then I'm also into surfing and stuff.
Attaboy.
So I'm gonna start like for Christmas. I'm asking for a surfboard and all this kind of stuff.
Surfing is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Playing multiple sports is good. I'm not saying you have to go out and sign up for a league or something like that, but like on your day off, what you want to do, and the reason I say this is because you want to exercise muscles that your sport doesn't necessarily use. Everybody has had a sore muscle. That's your body telling you, hey, you haven't used me in a while, or you know. So I went from football to basketball to baseball. So basketball and baseball helped me in football. Football helped me in basketball and baseball. So every sport has its nuances, and every sport will help you in your main sport. And that's one thing to remember. So it's always good to try something else. I'm very impressed with you being a BMX guy and a football player. I mean, because both really, really good sports, both team sports, and you'll agree with this, I'm sure. There's a lot of life lessons that can be learned through athletics, whether you're a BMX rider, a football player, consistency, time management, being a good teammate, your performance, whether you're at work doing a 9-to-5 job or you're out on the track getting dirty, or you're playing football or whatnot. There's a lot of lessons that people don't realize that, hey, I learned that in sports, and you can agree with that as well. So let me talk to you about your shop and the effort that you put into helping these kids fulfill the dreams of their sport.
We provide full service. We have, full service department, do repairs, make sure their bikes are all working right. Sometimes there comes last minute things where we got to do a repair on the spot for them before a race. So we're always there to provide that service. Do anything we can to keep them riding, keep them happy.
So how long have you been in business?
Our shop's been in business collectively for close to 20 years. We've got 3 locations, but our Ina and Shannon store provides the most BMX stuff.
Now, maybe you guys can answer this collectively, when did BMX, I don't want to say when did it start, but when did it start picking up speed where people are like, hey, this is really cool? Was it like in the 80s, the 90s, or...
I would say back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when the X Games started. I think
when I first started racing when I was 5, there was only me and 2 other girls racing.
Right.
By the time I was 10, we had 8 girls a night racing.
Okay.
At Julie's old racetrack, which was Manzanita.
Okay, all right.
And that was my home track until they built the one on Ina.
The one on Ina?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would say back in the 80s.
Okay. And that was a good point. Back then there was very few girls that raced, and now it's probably as popular with the girls as it is with the boys. So not yet?
Not really, unless if you go to Phoenix. Down here there's only me and about 4 or 5 other girls racing, but they're younger than me.
Okay, so Tucson girls, get yourself out to Sports Park, get yourself out to the East Side track, get involved in this sport. I mean, it's great. It's going to give you great exercise. You're using your legs, you're using your arms. It's not like you're racing on a flat track, so you're going over hills and catching air. And I mean, there's nothing not to like. I think, like I said, it's all upside. So, all right, great. So. We've got one more group, right? And we do not have. This is it? Okay. All right, so we can spend more time with you guys. All right. So let's switch it up a little bit and ask some funny questions, okay? Now I know the football players like to eat. Do you guys like to eat a lot? All right, you're a football player, so I know you like to eat. All right, so everybody's been to the fair, right? Whether it's the state fair, the county fair, you've been to a fair, okay? What's your favorite fair food?
Fry bread.
Love fry bread. All right, good answer.
I would say lemonade that they make.
The lemonade's really good at the fair.
Popcorn!
Popcorn's always good. You know, it's funny, the popcorn at the fair tastes better than it does in the movie theater or the stuff you make in your microwave. It just, there's something about the fair popcorn's really good. Good answer.
The cinnamon sticks.
The churros?
Yeah, the
The
churros.
those are good. What about you, sweetheart? What's your favorite food at the fair?
There?
Yeah, like
Cotton candy.
cotton candy. All right, you can't go wrong. Obviously, all of it very, very, very nutritious. So, all right. So we'll stay on the food. We'll ask you some more food questions. Give me your 2 favorite places to eat, whether it's fast food, a restaurant, your mom's cooking, your grandma's cooking, and you got to get rid of one the rest of your life.
I would probably say, well, my mom started cooking ever since I played football,
Right?
and so she makes some pretty good stuff with the crock pot.
Sure.
And then
Mom's cooking's always good.
I would always say like Mr. On's.
Mr. On's on Oracle?
Yeah, they like cook it right in front of you. It's really cool. So.
That's pretty cool. So which one do you get rid of, Mom's or Mr. On's?
Mr. On's.
Mr. On's, you're out of here, brother. Your 2 favorite places to eat, and you got to get rid of one of them.
McDonald's and Red Robin.
McDonald's and Red Robin, which one goes?
McDonald's.
McDonald's, you're out. Boy, you're giving up some good fries, though. All right, honey.
My daddy's cooking,
Okay.
and Whataburger.
Whataburger's a good one. We don't get that answer a lot, but Whataburger's really good.
And Whataburger can go.
Whataburger can go. Dad, you're safe. 2 favorite places to eat, and one's got to go.
Maybe like Mr. On's or Domino's.
Or what?
Domino's.
Domino's Pizza. Which one goes?
Domino's.
Domino's. Mr. On's, you squeak by on that one. What about you, sweetheart?
Peter Piper Pizza.
Peter Piper Pizza, always good.
And the movie theater.
And what?
And the movie theater.
Movie theater food. Okay, which one goes?
Movie theater.
Movie theater, you're out. Not enough selection. Peter Piper Pizza all the way. All right. So, I want to know who your favorite athlete is. Doesn't have to be a BMX rider. It can be. It could be a football player, basketball player. Who's the person that you look up to that you like the way that they play their sport?
So I like Jason Witten.
Jason Witten?
Of the Cowboys. He inspired me to like play football.
Sure.
And also Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith, one of the very, very best.
It's just like impressive how he like doesn't stop moving his feet.
So you're a Cowboys fan, I take it.
Yeah.
My co-host David Adams played for the Cowboys. He's not here tonight, but he played for the Cowboys.
Mine's Corbin Shaw. He's the one that wanted me to
Yeah, I met
BMX.
Corbin. He's a great guy and a good, like I said, a great ambassador for the sport of BMX racing. So that's a good answer.
I have 2.
That's fine.
Okay, so one's Corbin Shaw,
Okay.
and then Sherry Serby. She's a 7-time barrel racing champion.
And where does she live?
Here in Marana.
Oh, does she? All right.
Yeah,
Marana's got a lot of
she's
good.
local.
Yeah, Marana's got a lot of good BMX riders. I mean, it's got to be
followed-
something in the water.
I followed Sherry Serby since I loved barrel racing.
Okay. All right. What about you, tough guy?
Mine's Connor Fields.
Okay. And what does he do?
He's an Olympic gold medalist.
And for BMX?
And he lives in Phoenix.
Lives in Phoenix. All right, great. Who's your favorite athlete, honey?
I have 2 also.
Okay.
It's Debbie and Scott.
And who else?
No one.
I didn't hear you.
Just Debbie and Scott.
Oh, Debbie and Scott. Okay. All right. Well, that's great. So it's always good to look up to somebody, not only what they do on the field, but what they do out of the field. I'll give you a perfect example. Larry Fitzgerald. LeBron James, Larry Fitzgerald takes care of the kids in Phoenix, the underprivileged kids in Phoenix. LeBron James has college scholarships for the kids in Akron. So not only do they perform at a high level on their particular sports, but they also give back to the community. I think that's very important. That's why I was so impressed with the bike shop lady, that she gives back to the community. You may not have enough money to get a bike, but you love the sport, they will provide it. Same with the Tuffgurlz Association, giving back, allowing kids to enjoy the sport. And it's a great sport, like I said. I mean, it's for everybody. You cannot say that about every single sport. Want another funny question? So you guys are the only group, so I don't have to change up.
Yay!
So let me do this real quick and finish up our sponsors, just because I got to pay the bills, and I thought there was another group. So, Simply Noted, mixing modern marketing techniques with an old-school personal touch. This is owned by Ricky Elmore. You probably know who he is. He was a stud linebacker for the University of Arizona. He played with the Houston Texans. If you are a business owner and you want to expand your footprint, your customer base, go to simplynoted.com, because they use all the technology of social media, but they also do handwritten notes to your prospective customers. Even the old school way with the handwritten notes goes a long way in the age of technology. Cartwright's Modern Cuisine. This is our 602 sponsor, and I want to put them in real quick because on September 26th, we're going to have our very first show at Cartwright's Modern Cuisine up in Cave Creek. Tucson people, if you have your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, take them up for the best dinner you will ever have anywhere. This place is phenomenal. A friend of mine owns it. He's also the executive chef. He went to culinary school in Paris and in Rome, so he definitely knows what he's doing. He'll come down to Mount Lemmon and forage for wild blueberries. He'll go to Payson and grab, just Arizona local wild fruits. They get their salmon fresh right from Washington. They fly it back on the plane with them. I mean, the place is phenomenal. You definitely will talk about this for 3 days after you eat it. It's at 6710 East Cave Creek Road. If you're in Tucson, just take the 10 freeway you don't even have to go through Phoenix. Take the 10 freeway to the 202, which is right in Chandler, Ahwatukee. Take 202 to 101. Once you're on the 101, you're going to go through Tempe and Scottsdale. Get off on Scottsdale Road. Just take it north. It'll run right into Cave Creek Road. Make a left. Go down about a mile, and Cartwright's will be on the north side of the street. Like I said, definitely check it out. Go to cartwrightsmoderncuisine.com and check out the pictures that they have of their menu. Like I said, it's phenomenal. We're going to have a baseball team from Anthem, Arizona that plays for, it's kind of dear and dear to my heart, working from the fire department, but they play for the fallen firefighters and the fallen police officers, so you'll definitely want to check that out. This is one of my favorite sponsors, Arizona Vehicle Express. It's just down the road. It's just up the road from here, north of the Costco on Thornydale. You've been to the DMV. Yeah. It sucks. You're there for 3 hours to get a driver's license, to get tags, to do this. Arizona Motor Vehicle Express can do everything the DMV can do. You're in and out from 5 minutes to 15 minutes.
Where's that at?
It's just up the road. It's 6710 North Thornydale. They're going to charge you an extra $10 or $15, but it's worth it to not sit and have the DMV experience, because the DMV experience is not good. So we definitely thank them for their patronage. Oasis Air Conditioning and Heating. This is actually owned by my cousin and my uncle down in Green Valley, Sarita. Make sure your units are in tip-top shape. The summer's getting over, but you know how Arizona it is. It can stay hot well into October, and you definitely want to make sure that your units are in great shape. Call them at 520-648-1755. Get your ducts cleaned out, too. Not quacked up, but DUCT, because you wouldn't believe all the garbage in your ducts. I mean, your unit's going to work a lot better with that. And this is one of my favorite sponsors, too. New Stitch Embroidery. Check this out. This is sharp. Even my friend Jason Mendelson said, hey, that's a great shirt. So we thank Jason. It's good to see him here. He's doing his thing over on the other side of the thing. Probably I'm going to go hit him up for a loan here afterwards. No, they've got poker here as well at High Fives. They definitely, if you're a card player, you definitely want to check it out. And check out like I said, the food and the drink here. But New Stitch Embroidery, just north of Pueblo High School at 3114 South 12th Avenue. All your silk screening, embroidery, and they have a new laser printer that will print on your cotton clothes, and you don't have to pay for all the extra colors. So I want to thank all of our sponsors very much for supporting us. And like I said, Friday night we are at Empire High School for the Spotlight Game of the Week. David Adams and I will do the pregame show, the postgame show, the halftime show. Empire versus Buena. Okay. The ASU Sun Devils have the week over in East Lansing, Michigan against the Michigan State Spartans. They will be home the next week. I will be up in Tempe in the press box covering the Sun Devil football as they start their Pac-10 season. So, more funny questions, huh?
Yeah.
You got a funny question? Let me see. You want to stay with food? You want to stay with the food? This is the good one. What's your favorite gas station food and drink? Could be QT, could be Circle K, could be 7-Eleven.
QT.
Okay, what do you get there to eat and what do you get there to drink?
I get their pizzas.
Pizzas are good. I've had their pizza.
And their Mountain Dew.
Okay, all right. What about you? All right, so she's talking.
Circle K.
Okay.
And what my papa usually gets me is ice cream.
What kind of ice cream?
Like maybe one of those ones by the door, like maybe those coconut ones.
Okay, all right, good deal. And what about the drink?
The drink would be water or maybe juice or soda.
So you're going to get water at the gas station?
Sometimes.
Are you going to get bottled water?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite kind of bottled water?
Tap.
Okay. All right, so like I said, let me ask you one more question, one more funny question, then we'll do the shout outs and we'll be done, okay? All right. Think of a good one. If you could be president for one day, what would you change? Anybody can start.
My life.
You change your life, how so?
I don't know, just like,
You'd be starting in the NFL?
yeah, and then I would probably change like everyone else's lives just to make it better. So like I would help all the homeless.
Good answer, good answer. What about you? You're president for one day, what would you change?
All the sugar in every single bit of food.
You put sugar in all the food? You would take it out? Okay, all right.
All the jobs.
What about them?
Change them. Make them better.
Make them easier, more pay?
Yeah.
There we go. That's a good answer. What would you change, Mr. President?
I'd probably bomb Russia.
You'd probably bomb Russia. Why would you want to do that?
Or whatever. Iran.
Okay. All right.
Oh, no, I mean Iraq.
Iraq? Okay. All right, honey. What would you do to change the world if you were president for one day?
The laws.
The laws like what? No homework for kids?
Huh?
No homework for kids?
Yeah.
All right. No
Now
taxes?
that I need.
Okay. All right.
Every day I need my mom to help me with my homework.
Well, that's good. That's what moms are for.
Not all the time.
All right. That's just part of being a mom. All right. So, like I said, this is a nationwide broadcast. We had, last night we had 5 people from Mexico watching and 2 people from the Philippines. How cool is that? Okay. I know, that is cool. That is cool. So, here's your chance to say hi. I've had people say hi to their fish, their dog, their cat, their grandma, their grandpa, anybody, whether they live here at High Five or they live in Tucson or Marana or anywhere in the United States. Here's your chance to say hi. We'll start with you.
Jeez, I would probably say Jason Witten.
Jason Witten. Say hi to Jason Witten, Mr. Cowboy. Okay.
Hi, Mom.
Okay.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Aunt Cheryl.
Are they watching?
Yeah.
They told them to watch. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. What about you? What are you going to shout out to? Nobody has a dog?
My dog?
You can shout out to your dog. Sure. What's your dog's name?
Bruno.
Bruno. Okay. What about you, hon?
I would shout out hi to my whole family and my BMX mates.
There you go. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. All right. Once again, it's my pleasure, my honor to have you guys here. I had my day in the sun back when the dinosaurs were walking around and stuff, but I like to get these young athletes on. if I give you 3 things of advice, okay? Listen to your coaches, listen to your teachers, and listen to your parents, okay? Because all 3 of them, all they want to do is make you a better person, all right? Because I want to see you guys in the Olympics. I'm like, yeah, I had them on my show. Isn't that cool? All right, so best of luck to you guys. Keep doing the sport you love. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about having fun, right? All right, great. All right, so everybody shout out. Nobody wants to shout out to their dog or nothing? All right, good.
I do.
All right, go ahead.
To all my Minnesota family.
Minnesota, where are they from?
Bird Island.
Bird Island. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Where's Bird Island? It's in the Bird Island, all right. All right, well, thank you guys for really coming on. Like I said, we'd like to have one BMX show every month because I know you guys race every week, and I want to follow the progress you guys have getting to state, getting to nationals, and hopefully one of you guys will be an Olympian. So thank you very much for having us. Viewers, thank you for having us again. Want to thank the 11U Raiders last night at Johnny Gibson. 68 people showed up. Tucson, that's how we do 520 Sports Talk. So just remember, Friday night, David Adams and I will be at Empire High School for the Spotlight Game of the Week. The Empire Ravens versus the Buena Colts from Sierra Vista. So thanks again for watching. Watch the Facebook page for upcoming shows. Remember, we're hooked up on social media. 520 Sports Talk on Instagram, at 520 Sports Talk on Twitter. This show will also be put on the 520 Sports Talk YouTube page tomorrow when Pearson Sturdivant, my producer, will get it on there. So if you don't have Facebook, you can tune into YouTube and get it. So we thank you very much. 520 Sports Talk, Southern Arizona sports with a twist, and it's a wrap. Cut it.